In today's video, I'm going to answer a question for all of you that I received on one of my YouTube videos recently. Here is the question. In what instances should we be concerned about our metabolism slowing down during intermittent fasting? This is a very common question in regards to intermittent fasting and the fear of our metabolism slowing down. And I believe it comes from what we were once told about eating every couple of hours. And if we don't eat every couple of hours, our body is going to store fat. And we know now that that was very invalid advice and information that we were once given. If you understand the power of intermittent fasting and you understand what your body is capable of doing in a fasted state, then this concern goes away. And this is why I teach a course on intermittent fasting to really help debunk a lot of this false information and these myths that we have been told about how our body operates. And I really want the everyday woman to experience the power and magic of intermittent fasting for themselves. So we're going to talk about why this is just not valid information and how you can prove that to yourself. So welcome to today's video. My name is Ann Parham. I am the creator of the online course and community, The Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman. Depending on when you're watching this video, today is February the 10th. February 28th will be the last time we run a monthly intermittent fasting for today's aging woman course. So if you've been wanting to get in with a group of women, now would be the time to do that. I will include information here as well as down below for you to get on my email list to get an invite to jump into class with us. So why is it that we don't slow down our metabolism when we are intermittent fasting? Well, the key to having a revved up metabolism is having your body in a state of finding resources to use as energy. We want our body's metabolic burn rate to increase on its own because of the demand we are creating on our body. And when we're constantly in a fed state, our body doesn't need to find its own resources to run off of because we're constantly giving it resources, right? And oftentimes, if we're concerned about our metabolism slowing down or we're trying to lose weight, we're usually on a diet that is oftentimes restrictive or puts us in a caloric deficit without providing an environment for our body to tap into storage for its own resources. So if you're practicing intermittent fasting and you're practicing intermittent fasting in a clean state, meaning you're not going to put anything in your body that's going to disrupt your hormonal capabilities, mostly those capabilities that we're trying to be in control of are our hunger hormones. So the drivers of what really cause us to mentally and emotionally and sometimes physically want to eat or feel like we need to eat. And it also drives what our hormones are doing internally. And so once our hunger hormones are in balance, our body gets the signal that it needs to do something to survive. And this is the built-in magic that our body has been designed to do for us. And that is your body will go internally to find stored energy, which is calories, that you are probably unhappy with. So that would be any kind of body fat, extra body weight, inflammation. Oftentimes it's just the imbalances that your body is going through. Your body in a fasted state, meaning you haven't done anything to disrupt your body's hormones, it's operating on its own cycle, then your body will know to turn inward to find storage to keep you alive. Now, a lot of people hear this and they panic. They're like, I'm starving. My body's going to be in a stress mode. There's going to be cortisol. No, it doesn't have to be that way. Your body will do what it's been designed to do without any kind of stress or any kind of like franticness if you believe in the process, meaning emotionally and mentally you have the all-in buy-in and you are creating the environment for this to happen. When your body finds its own calories to consume from what you have previously put in your body's metabolic burn rate will automatically rev up on its own. Where people get themselves into trouble with fasting is they're actually eating in their fasted state and they're not truly fasting. And this is that little caveat that makes such a huge difference for so many women. If you're constantly in a fed state, meaning you're eating when you think you are fasting, and by eating, I mean you're just putting something in your body, that's going to create an environment for your body to think that it needs to start the digestive process, then it's no longer going to need to turn inward to find storage to keep you alive and happy. You've just ceased the opportunity for your body to eat away at the storage you have on your body. This is where we slow down our metabolism, because your body is going to just be content with what you're giving it, and you're not going to force your body to go in and have to do the work for you. And as new as that information might sound to you, that is exactly what your body has been beautifully designed to do. We, because of all the information that we're inundated with, and because of all the fear that's usually associated with that information, we don't ever put our body in that situation. Now, this can be done in a couple of different ways, but here we talk about intermittent fasting. What we really want to do is create an environment for our body to become fat adapted. We can do this with limiting carbohydrates. We can do this with exercise, and we can do this in a fasted state. I personally feel, through my own personal experience, that fasting is the easiest, most inexpensive, and the fastest way to see results, because you just do nothing for a certain amount of time during your day. Here in our community, with a lot of women who are transitioning through menopausal seasons of change, the 20-hour fast has been the sweet spot for women to rev up their metabolism. And you're just going to create an environment where your body has to work for you, as opposed to you creating an environment where your body just gets lazy, sends you signals that you think you need to have food. So those hunger hormone signals, when if you learn how to balance those, or you learn how to shut those off, then those signals no longer come. Your body's going to be satisfied. It's going to be fed from what it finds in storage, and you're just going to start to see and feel the results from intermittent fasting. So as long as you are fasting clean and you're feasting well, then everything should be revving up for you, and you should see some really nice results pretty quickly. What I like to coach on here in our community is that we feast to fast, meaning the food choices that you're going to make in your feasting window are going to be choices that support tomorrow's fast. How are you going to get into that fasted state as quickly and as efficiently as possible? And so what I like to teach here is what I call the keto-like approach, not the ketogenic diet, but the keto-like approach, meaning we're very conscious about the carbohydrates that we are consuming. So we're only going to put carbohydrates in our body that our body can use quickly. We're not going to put carbohydrates in our body that are hard to break down, or that our body could potentially put into storage, which just means we have more we have to burn off. We're going to eat protein that makes sense for you, the individual woman, and the goals that you have for yourself, and that varies for every woman. And then we want to make sure that we're consuming enough fat to support our energy demands that we have throughout our day, and making sure that those fats are from natural sources. This is the surefire way to rev up your metabolism, even when you are intermittent fasting. What I really encourage women to do is one of two things. One, jump into our course for the fast track learning on how to make this lifestyle possible for you in the easiest, most efficient, and the quickest way, or to just practice what I have taught you here today and provide proof for yourself that if you're practicing an intermittent fasting lifestyle where you can put your body in a clean fasted state during your fasting window, again, here we like to practice a 20-hour fast, and you are feasting to support your next fast and the goals that you say that you have for yourself, then this is a very easy lifestyle to live. You will reap all the benefits, and you will have a metabolism that is revved up and on fire. I hope these cleared things up for you if you are a woman who has been wondering if intermittent fasting is going to slow down your metabolism. It in fact does not. It does the opposite of that. It can actually rev up your metabolism. As with all things that we research and listen to on the internet, I always recommend that women test things out for themselves prove that this is in fact information that is valid for you, or disprove this information for you. You have the right to do either one. What I don't recommend doing is listening to advice on the internet and freezing out of fear and doing absolutely nothing. That's going to get us nowhere. Like I said, we have our next intermittent fasting course is starting in a couple of weeks. It will be the last monthly course that we have here in our community. As always, if you'd like more information about the next course, please make sure you click the link down below, get on my email list. I'm sending out emails to invite everyone into our community group, as well as our monthly course for the month of March. If you haven't already done so and you like this type of information where we debunk a lot of this fear that's going around the internet, please take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love a growing community here. Please like this video. And as always, if you're new here, please leave me a comment and introduce yourself and let me know you stopped by. And if you're one of our OGs, please let me know you stopped by and let me know how you're doing. I always love hearing from you.